welcome to day 8 of the Spooktacular Halloween Series of 2021. I'm collaborating with my crafty BFF, Robyn, who is Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. I will leave links to her in the description box below, so make sure to check that out. And I am going to be doing a hidden giveaway, so stay tuned later in the video. This is the Jolly Jointed Pumpkin Head, and this is a cutting foul by Dreaming Tree. And I will link it, as I said, in the description box below. And I used the Graphic 45 Midnight Tales paper collection on him. And I used the 12 by 12 decorative paper, as well as the 12 by 12 patterns and solids paper collection. And I did pick those up from ASC Craft Supplies, and I'll leave their links in the description box as well. And I have a coupon code because I'm on their design team. You can save 10% off any regular price purchases. And they do have free shipping if you spend $75 or more. And this little pumpkin was so fun and easy to put together. As I mentioned in the tutorial, I think it took me longer to decide on the paper and cut it out than what it took to assemble him. And we'll just start at the top and work our way down. So I have used this really pretty decorative paper, and it's the black, and it has a little bit of a detail in it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. I hope that it is. And it has the same pattern here on this ribbon on his hat, and then we have his feathers. And I did add a spider ring from Dollar Tree here on his little buckle of the feathers. And I love this paper here, this really pretty orange, and it has these purple flowers and the spider webs and little stars, and we have his green cuffs. And I did add some little gems where they had some little circles. I put gems over those, and I did ink the edges on the parts that you would see. I didn't ink like some of the underneath layers because you really didn't see that much, but if I thought you were going to see it, I did ink the edges. And I also added the little white apostrophe. I had lost it in the tutorial, so I did put that in before I filmed the intro here. And I chose to put some gems for his eyes, and I used these cute little pumpkin brads that I've had in my stash forever, and I thought they worked really well. They matched that paper perfectly, and I didn't get the brads out till I'd cut everything, so that was just a happy accident. And I'll scoot him up a little bit so you can see his legs and everything, you know, hence the jointed. He can move his legs around, and he has on his little boots, and I added some purple gems down here, but he came out really cute. And my grandson has changed his mind, and he now wants the pumpkin head. So I guess my granddaughter will get what I'm going to be sharing with you tomorrow. I do have a short tutorial, so stay tuned for that. We will go ahead and start with the arms of the jointed pumpkin head. So I'm just going to slide the top part of the arms to the side here, and I have them all laid out, so I'll try not to get them mixed up. And I have my art glitter glue here handy as well. Let's see. I think I'm going to start from the back. So the very back piece is your purple, and I have inked my edges, and then we have the yellow hand, and then we have our decorative paper for the sleeves, and I chose this orange with the spider webs and the purple flowers, and then this green for the cuffs. And you just want to make sure that we have our right and left hand, their thumbs are pointing in, and I'm going to go ahead and just glue these together. And it seems like I usually I turn these over for some reason, and I will start with the yellow. That way, since there are some pieces that are cut out, if we do the yellow portion, we will not get glue all over the purple. We won't need to put glue all over the purple piece. There we go. So I'm just going to put glue, and you want to make sure you get your edges really well so they do not curl up. And just getting really close to the edges, and then when I burnish this, it will spread, you know, the rest of the way. And you want to make sure that you are getting your brad holes lined up, so when we put together our pumpkin and his body. So we've got that one, and I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the back of the decorative. Can't get a hold of it. And we're just going to line this up like so. And the way that they've designed this, it makes it really sturdy because we have 3 layers of paper for the lower part of the arm. And now we have our cuff. I'm just going to put some glue on it like so. So I'm going to pause this and I will come back and I'll put the other arm, the forearm and hand together, and it's just like this one, just the thumbs are facing in. And I did forget to mention that I'm going to burnish the back of these just to make sure I do not have any air bubbles since it's such a large flat surface. So that is how quickly it comes together. I think it takes longer to pick out my paper and cut it out than it does to assemble it. We have 3 pieces for the upper arms. So we have 2 that are the purple solid and then your 2 decorative pieces. So we're just going to glue the purple on the purple and then we'll put the decorative over top like so. And we're just going to go all the way around the edge. Just lining it up with the brad holes here. There we go. That's better. And we're just going to give that a good burnish. And I'm going to glue this side and I will be back. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in the leg pieces. Okay, so we have the lower leg and the upper leg. And we want to make sure we have, you know, the toes point out, our left and our right. And the back piece is our large white piece. And then we cover it with our decorative. And then our larger boot piece goes on. And then this one, I'll hold it here, get it lined up better so you can see that then this piece sits along the top, or sits up a little bit higher so we get the heel of the boot. And then the top portion, we have 2 of the black and we have our decorative, and then we have like our little knee piece that goes here. So I guess it's like a little patch on the knees. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. On this one, I just want to line the holes up right here. Got a little bit of glue. I missed that edge there. Make sure it stays down. And give it a good burnish. And then we'll do this one. Okay, so we have this side done, and I'm going to pause the video once again and I'll put the other leg all together and be back. So I went ahead and we'll do the feather for his hat. We'll do it first. So we're going to start with the base, which will be the orange, and then we'll come in with the black, and then we will do the turquoise and the purple. Get lined up here so you can tell what we're doing. And then the purple. And then we will do the little gold flourish. I chose gold glitter. Then you have your little scalloped oval that goes like so. And then your little scalloped gold piece that goes over top. I'm just going to glue all of these together. And I did ink the edges of the ones of the parts that were showing on this. Okay, so we have our feather done, and I'll bring in the pumpkin. We have his hat and his head. I'm going to start with our yellow, so I can get it apart. Our darker orange base, and then the lighter orange. And of course, I did not have all the colors that he used, so I just got what I thought was close. And then we have our black, and we're just lining that hole there at the top to hang it by. And then we have our band of the hat, and then this little decorative piece. And I am going to have to cut out, I lost my little white I'm going to call it apostrophe accent piece. So I'm going to have to cut another one of those out, but I will glue that in. And then our feather will come in and it will go right here like so. I think he is spooktacular, I will say. Just start with the back piece in this dark orange. And I'm going to start gluing, and make sure you line up your holes here where we're adding the arms and the legs. But if something would happen, you would get a little off center, just take a hole punch and you should be able to punch through it. So there's always a way to fix it, especially a project like this. I think that you could even let younger crafters help with this. It's been so long since my daughter was little, but I'm thinking, you know, maybe anywhere from 6 to 8, maybe. I'm not sure. And I am going to pick this up just to make sure, and I'm just going to barely lay it down so my glue doesn't grab, and slide it around to make sure I get all those holes lined up the best that I can. And like I said, if you're off a little bit, it will be okay. I'm just going to take my finger and get the excess glue. And since this is the large piece, I'm going to go ahead and burnish it now. Okay. And now we're going to take the lighter orange, and he's just going to go over top. Okay. And on this one, you can see I did ink the edges, and I inked a little bit of that as well, just what you would see. Thing here, I'm just going to line up this hat brim and make sure that top hole is lined up. I'm going to go around and slide this just a little bit to get these holes, to lift it up just a little bit to get those holes lined up before I press it down, and that looks really good. Just lining that up along the top. There we go. Finish it down. Now we can do the band of the hat. The little trim piece. So I'm lining it up along those top edges right here and along the brim of the hat, and that looks really good. I want to turn it over and give it a good burnish. And like I said, I did ink along the edges there. And now we can bring in our feather, and I think I like it right there. I thought about pop dotting it, but it's so many layers it already sticks out, so I don't think I'm going to. Go ahead and put some glue. Let's see here. Let me see what I can glue on this feather. Just okay, and part of this the swirl. Okay, that looks really good. I want them over here like that. Make sure it's straight. Oh, so cute. Okay, there's that. We've got the pumpkin head brought in, and I have the arms, and we want to do our hands backwards. So the thumbs are going to be facing out, so he is fixing his hat. If you don't want his arms up, then you would do his hands this way. But since we want them up, I want them adjusting his hat. And we're going to take the wider portion of the upper arm, and it's going to go here, and we'll do the same. So we've got the top portion is going out, this portion's going in, and then the hands are backwards if you're going to turn it up to hold the hat. So we're going to get our little Brad, and I'm going to go through here first. It's a little bit easier for me. I'll get my pumpkin turned the right way. It's a little pumpkin Brad. I thought would be appropriate. And we'll just put that on like so. And then I have this, I'll set them once I get it all together. And we're going to put this forearm on top of the bicep, or the upper arm. And just go through here like so. And then, let's see here, let me get this. Not quite tight enough. I just want to make sure they're tight. The brads aren't quite long enough. They're barely long enough. So see, his hand is going to go like this. Okay, so now we'll do the other side, and we'll just go through. Let me turn that pumpkin the way that I want it. Oops, dropped my Brad. So let me put this through the pumpkin head. I'm trying to get my pumpkin there. Get it the way I want it, and then do this back, go through the back and do the upper arm. So now we will do the forearm here and go through the front and then go on top of the upper portion of the arm. And his hands will be like so. So I might have been out of frame a little bit there, sorry. So we've got the upper arm attached to the head, and then the lower portion sits on top, and his hands are going out because he is holding his, you know, like he's getting ready to adjust his hat. And I will go ahead and turn these over, and I'm just going to rock this along, and I cannot remember what this tool is called. So let's see. So we have the upper part, and let's work on his lower half now. And his feet still go out like so, and I probably should have done his forearm to his upper arm first. I just realized that. And this little black swirl is going to go from the outside, and this goes over the blue, and you can see I have inked my edges here, the pieces that are showing. And let me just get that through here. There, my brad was coming apart. I'm going to turn a little pumpkin around. I have got glue all over my fingers. I'm going to do the same thing to this. Been filming, working on our series, trying to get days 7, 8, and 9 together because I have company coming this weekend. I haven't seen my brother from Texas for 2 years, so I'm really excited. And then let's go ahead and push those down. And now we will attach his legs to his body. Pumpkin. Put the pumpkin through the hole here at the bottom and just slide it through the upper portion of the leg. And I'm just folding the brad over there. Get it started. Let me go ahead and put the other leg on, and then I will use my brad tool there. Like I said, I can't remember the name of it. So if you know what the name is, please put it in the comment section below. So we get the pumpkin turned around here. There we go. And we will put through the hole on his leg. There we go. And fold that over and do his, I guess his hip joints here. Make sure they're secure. But I think he's really cute. I think the grandkids are going to love him. I'm thinking my granddaughter will probably take him because she has been saying anytime she sees anything pumpkin, she says, Halloween, Halloween, and it's so cute the way she says it. Thanks for watching my tutorial, and for my hidden giveaway, I would like for you to answer what is your favorite Halloween tradition that you do now, or that maybe you did as a child, or you did for your children or grandchildren. So tell me what your favorite Halloween tradition is. Make sure to visit Robyn's channel and ASC Craft Supplies and use my coupon code Michelle10 for 10% off, and any order $75 or more ships free. And I will be coming back again tomorrow with day 9. I apologize for getting behind. I had family in that I'd not seen for 2 years. I did get behind, and I do want to apologize for that. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.